guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, what's up? My name is Hunter. It's Hunty. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, thanks for tuning in again and watching my stuff. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, depending on what I title it, I have notes. It's one of those videos, guys. I got the notebook out. We finna talk about some stuff. So today's video, I have been, okay, before I even get into it, I just have like not even a disclaimer. I just feel like, just listen, because I'm going on a tangent. I feel like recently with quarantine and being in a freaking pandemic, I have spent a lot of time by myself, a lot of time alone, a lot of time reflecting, self-reflection, self-discovery, all of that kind of stuff. And I feel like I am like tuning into like my purpose in life and like the things that I really want to do and the things that like truly matter to me. I've decided that I want to really tune into those things that are really important to me, into the things that I really care about. Because I feel like for the longest time I was putting myself in a box and I was trying to, not trying to be something that I wasn't, but I feel like I was trying to fit into literally like a box, and I was like limiting myself. So like, you know, I started YouTube up again and I started making videos, but I was like, oh, I need to only make a certain type of video. I need to only be a certain type of person. And it's like, that's not who I am. Like, I like fashion, I like beauty, I like makeup, I like all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, like, that's not all of who I am, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I have more to say. Like, I really feel like my purpose on this earth is to help other people. So that's what I'm tapping into, and I'm just gonna go for it. It can be kind of scary, and like I feel vulnerable because I'm going to be sharing some things that I've been through in my life and like sharing really personal things. But I feel like for me, since I've been able to overcome things, it's kind of like my job to like help other people. Like, I really feel like that's my purpose here on this earth. So yeah, that's just like a little disclaimer, but not even a disclaimer, y'all, I'll just be talking. So I have 3 things that I want to talk about today that I feel like are really helpful tips to really help starting your journey of like self-love and like finding yourself. So the first tip is keeping a journal. I got mine. I have like 5 journals. I've been journaling since I was younger. It was a way for me to express my emotions because there was a period of time in my life where I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody. So, you know, I would get my journal and I would write about how I was feeling. It was literally like a diary, whatever you want to call it. So I highly recommend keeping a journal. You can use your journal for literally whatever you want to use it for. If you want to journal every day about your mood, how you're feeling, because you want to keep track of, you know, how you're emotionally feeling, do that. Me personally, I recently have been doing a lot more manifestation. So I like to do daily manifestations. I like to speak as if I already have the things that I want in life. And I also do daily gratitude statements because I feel like it's important, even in the midst of when your life feels really heavy and your life feels really chaotic. I feel like it's still important to reflect on the things that you are grateful for, because I feel like that helps you stay grounded and it helps you like stay centered, because even in the midst of, like I said, really bad things happening, I still feel like it's important. Find those 1 or 2 things that you are really grateful for and really tap into that. It's also really good to like look back and read your old journal entries and be like, wow, I've grown so much. Like, wow, I was really going through it 2 months ago, but look at me now. Like, I feel so much better about myself. And it's also a good release. It's a good way, it's a good technique to release your emotions, especially when you're feeling so heavy. Like, you guys know what I mean. Like, when you emotionally are feeling so heavy, like anything like could tip you off the edge, and then next minute you're crying hysterically. Like, we've all been there. So it's really good, especially if you don't feel like maybe talking to anybody, you don't feel like talking to your friends about maybe what you're going through at the moment. Write it in a journal so that you can release that negative energy, so you can release your pain and your sadness in a different way, if you know what I mean. Number 2, get off social media. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this is a big one, getting off social media, but I also feel like it's deeper than just getting off social media. I feel like in the journey of finding yourself and loving yourself, especially as a woman, I feel like social media, it can be really heavy at times. And especially, okay, let's talk about body image. Especially with like body image, it's easy to get lost and it's easy to start comparing yourself. Humans, naturally, we just compare ourselves to people. It's just a natural thing, and I don't think that's something you should beat yourself up about if you compare yourself to other people. It's just a natural thing that we do, but I feel like it can get to a point where it's unhealthy, and I feel like I've been there, and I feel like a lot of other women can relate, where they've been there, where they're comparing themselves to the Instagram model, when in reality they don't really look like what they look like when they post their Instagram pictures. Like, you guys already know. But recently I try to limit my amount of time that I'm on social media, because especially in quarantine, it's been hard, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and like lie. It's been hard. Like, there were moments where I was on my phone constantly and I was like, this isn't good. It's good to stay informed. Social media is great because you need to stay informed of what's going on in the world, but it can also get very heavy, emotionally draining. So it's important to take care of your mental health. So take time throughout your day. Like, as soon as you wake up in the morning, journal. Don't touch your phone. Like, don't look at it. At nighttime, take a period of time where you maybe journal. Again, I like to journal like twice a day. And I just put my phone to the side and I'm not looking at it, because I feel like when I'm on my phone too much, I overthink about things and I start thinking about things that really don't matter. I start thinking about things, I start worrying about things, I start comparing myself. So it's like, you gotta find that balance for yourself, so that you can unplug, so that you can center yourself, and so that you can just be at peace with yourself without your phone being right next to you. Like, there's just a lot going on in the world right now, but like I said, it's important to be aware and informed of what's going on, but it's also important for you to take care of your mental health, like, period. Like, take care of yourself. So unplug, center yourself, find your peace, like, do whatever makes you happy. Number 3, being okay with being alone. This could be a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, but I feel like in the journey of loving yourself, finding yourself, you have to learn to be okay with being alone. It is okay to be alone. It's okay to be lonely. Like, it is okay to feel those emotions. Like, don't feel like those are bad things, because they're not. I feel like, especially, what am I trying to say? I feel like when we're going through rough times and we just feel like it's not gonna get better, and it's just like, oh my God, like, I just feel like I'm stuck. Like, sit with those emotions. Like, it's okay. Don't brush them to the side. Like, understand, why do you feel that way? Like, talk to yourself. Like, okay, be like, you know what, I'm feeling really sad and crappy about myself. Okay, why do you feel that way? Like, it's like talk therapy with yourself, literally. Sometimes you just gotta talk with yourself, or write in your journal, like, I've been feeling depressed, and just keep it 100. Like, I have been feeling so crappy about myself. Why have you been feeling this way? Oh, because this and this and this happened. This person treated me that way, so I feel like this. So you can start to understand, like, why you feel the way you do, because you're not crazy. Like, your emotions are valid. Everything you feel is valid. So don't ever try to like brush it away because you don't want to deal with it. Also, the process of being okay with being by yourself is a painful but a beautiful process, in my opinion. Like, your scars are beautiful. Like, the pain that you've gone through and the fact that you've been able to overcome it, that is a beautiful thing, because it takes a lot of strength and it takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot like to be in a position where you have to acknowledge, like, I feel really alone. How am I gonna work with this? How am I gonna work with myself? How am I gonna learn to love myself? Because, guys, like, there was a period of time in my life where I didn't love myself, and I was looking for love in other people, and I was looking for validation in other people, and it was in an unhealthy manner, and that really affected me mentally and emotionally. Like, I was in a state where I completely would let other people regulate how I feel about myself, and I would let other people regulate like my emotional state, like, and that's not okay. That is not good. You should never let somebody else or people in general have that much power over you. So, like, I had to get to a point where I was like, you know what, Hunter, you have to get to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm in this position. Take yourself out of it, and it's like, you know what, it's time for me to be alone. It's time for me to love myself. It's time for me to get comfortable with myself. And that process is hard. That process can be ugly. That process can be rough. Like, it can just be a lot of things. But starting the process of learning that being okay with being by yourself, it's okay. Like, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to start that journey, because all of us have been in that position. All of us have had to go through that. But yeah, being comfortable with being by yourself is so important. It is hard, I'm not gonna lie. There are some days where, or there was a period of time in my life where I was so uncomfortable with being by myself, I would go back to unhealthy or toxic habits of mine. And you don't want to do that, because at the end of the day, it just makes everything worse for yourself. So I feel like I rambled, but I also feel like I got my point across. I hope this video was helpful. These are just, everything that I talk about is from my own perspective, my own experiences, and the things that I've been through. So some things I say may resonate with people, some things I say may not resonate with people. Everyone's different, everybody deals with things differently, but these are just things that I do to help, like, myself deal with things. And these are the things that I do to help myself through my self-love journey and through my journey of being okay with being myself, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is it. If you guys have watched this whole video, I absolutely love you. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below if you guys like this video. I definitely want to talk more about things that I feel like a lot of women go through, and things from my own perspective, because I know I'm not the only person who has gone through some BS or who has gone through hard times or whatever the case may be. So let your girl know if you want some more, I don't know, story times, or if you guys want to hear more about the things that I have to talk about. But anyways, I hope you guys really like this video and you've enjoyed it. I feel like I've talked a lot, but I feel like I had to let that out. But anyways, I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Make sure, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. So yes, bye guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, be at peace, find yourself, love yourself, all of that good stuff. It's important. Your mental health is important. You matter.